Is back, and there is a reason to be excited about this crypto market right now. After a subdued couple of weeks, Bitcoin is primed for action. The FOMO is back, people are talking about crypto, and the crazy price targets have started to return. We need to exercise a little bit of caution, guys. I'm going to share exactly what I'm watching out for in the charts. For those of you guys who've been asking about my whereabouts, I am in Dubai. I've moved to Dubai. Another video on that coming later, so it has been a hectic few days for me, but here with the updates as usual. Throughout that period, we've been trading. If you're in my Telegram community, we've been trading while I've been moving, right? We've made immense profits. We just secured 30% on one trade and 28% on another trade. You can see all of that and the details in my Telegram group. But right now, Bitcoin means business. Having come to our trend line, the trusted, boring trend line, which I've been shouting about for many, many months now, from March, right? We bounce just like we bounced before, and we called this bounce here. We call the bounce again at the bottom of our trend line, and you managed to capture this big move on Bitcoin. But it's not just that, is it? It's not, because obviously in that time, we've had the Fed pivot. We had our first cut of interest rates. We spoke about that. It was a double cut, fantastic. And now that excitement is starting to seep into the market. Instead of getting liquidated in the day trying to trade while Jerome Powell is talking, just have a slightly longer horizon and you'll be sitting pretty right now. And something important has happened. Something very, very important, which we've been speaking about for a little while from a technical perspective, and that is we've reclaimed this box. Right, this red box we've been speaking about. I first brought you guys aware about this important support at the time when we were forming this M pattern. We got rejected from the top of the pattern. I saw the M pattern and we called this breakout perfectly to the downside, right? I spoke about it. I told you guys I'm going to dip buy here. I told you guys I'm going to dip buy there, and it hit exactly those limit buys, and off we went. We got those buys. Then I said, guys, watch out. This neckline will now turn into resistance. And guess what? It happened to turn into resistance. We got rejected here with a fake out, and down we come back again to test the trend line. Again, I've called this. You guys can see the videos. They're here. I have nothing to hide. Go scroll back a couple of videos. You'll see me calling all of these targets. And now we finally have properly, over the last kind of handful of days, particularly yesterday's big candle, got the reclamation of this important resistance, and now we can turn it into support. Now, if we can just get some sort of a bounce action on this trend line, get it a bit tested, then we can go mount another attack to try and break out from this pattern, right? Because the reality is, if I zoom out to the weekly chart, what is it we see? Because sometimes we get caught up in all the noise. We just need to zoom out and say, what is this we're looking at? We are looking at a big multi-month consolidation, a multi-month bullish continuation pattern, which gives you a measured move of all the way up here at 100,000. Not me just shouting out 100,000 for no reason like many people are doing in the bear market, but actual measured target, which you guys can see that if we break out this pattern, we confirm the breakout, we could be well on our way to 90,000, 100,000 here on Bitcoin. This is just a big consolidation into our EMA ribbon, which so far over the last kind of 3 weeks here, a 7.7% week, followed by 7.5% week, and now a 3.6% week so far this week. We bounced nicely from this weekly EMA ribbon. Really good news here. A nice bullish setup. Of course, doesn't mean we're out of the woods yet, right? We got work to do. We've got this trend line, the top line here, bearing down on us. It's going to act as resistance. We have to break it. We've got to get higher highs. We've got to get higher than this high. We've got to get higher than this high. We've got to get higher than this high. Otherwise, we continue our downtrend and we come back again and we start working our way in the consolidation pattern again for many more weeks. But I think now is the catalyst. You can see the stock market feeling really excited, right? 3 consecutive winning weeks for the stock market. Of course, risk is rotating on. Crypto's not just moving on its own, right? Crypto is moving in correlation with traditional markets because risk has rotated on post the double rate cut from the Fed. People are expecting the Fed to cut and cut aggressively to start bringing this rate down. People are, 50% of the market is expecting another 50 basis point, another double cut on November the 7th. This market expects interest rates to come down quickly. They expect people to have excess money in their pocket because their mortgage payment has improved, because their car finance payment has improved. And guess what? They're betting on the fact that when you and I have spare money in our bank account, we're going to be the smart guys to buy some Tesla, to buy some stocks, to buy some crypto, to buy some altcoins, to buy risk on assets. And that's why you're seeing a rotation away from some of those safe plays into more risky, higher yield plays, which is, of course, what we're interested in here on crypto. Of course, you can see that people will be shouting out crazy targets. So it's important. You've got to do the opposite of what the market's doing. When the market is being super FOMO like we're seeing now on the back of 3 weeks, just exercise a little caution. Doesn't mean I'm stepping out the market. It just means I'm playing out the scenario to say, okay, maybe we do get rejected. Maybe we do struggle here and we get another pullback. Am I ready? Am I ready to buy some more dip? Because ultimately, that's all I'm looking for in this consolidation pattern. I'm not getting out of the market in a consolidation pattern like this. When I zoom out, when I just do this and go, hang on, look at the history of Bitcoin. I'm just consolidating into my EMA ribbon and you want me to panic when this could be happening next? I am not missing this move because I'm scared of a little bit of sideways here. I couldn't care less if this wants to go sideways here, if it wants to trend for many, many more months here. I want to be in the market for when this happens. And for me, statistically, looking at the fact that we're cutting our rates right now, I think that move is going to be imminent. And that is why I'm trying to allocate as much as I can in this market right now. Let me know, what are you guys doing in this market right now? Are you adding? Are you panicking? Are you worried? I mean, when you look at the charts right here, you can see we're in pure FOMO. I mean, if you look at the daily EMA ribbon here, we're very extended from the daily EMA ribbon. It's crossing back into the bullish territory, which is fantastic. But again, we done that here. We done that here and we got rejected by the top line. So let's see us retest. Let's see us work this trend line. And I want to see us get above 67,000, 68,000. If I can start seeing a little touch above this high here, fantastic. That means we've broken structure. I want us to get above this wick here, which is a high of 70,000. Break that 70,000 mark will be really, really important psychologically. I think there'll be a lot of FOMO, a lot of excitement, and that could propel us to working on new all-time high on Bitcoin. Once we get a new all-time high on Bitcoin, then the bet is anywhere. Then we can start playing out the price target towards 90,000 here on Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments, guys, how are you enjoying this market? Are you struggling now with the FOMO? I told you will. When the market is green, it's horrible because you have nothing to do. You can't buy the dip when it's green. Why do you want to buy at extended prices? This is why when the markets are red, when you get those ugly flash crashes like we got a couple of weeks ago with the Japanese yen carry trade dumping, you've got to take action. You've got to be decisive. That's why I say that in these videos, because on the green days, it's frustrating. 3 weeks of green, and guess what? You're going to wish you did more. Just like time and time again, this has happened to me. When Bitcoin decides to run, it's super frustrating. I mean, look at this week here. What are you going to do on this week when it does 22%? And then the following weekly candle when it does another 9%? You can't get in the market. That's the problem. That's why it's so important that when you have periods of consolidation here on Bitcoin or big down days and weeks like these big red candlesticks here, you pull the trigger, you take advantage, you manage your psychology. So there you have it, guys. Here is an update from Dubai. Again, sorry to you guys who were waiting for an update. It was just super, super busy here, but hopefully back into the swing of it, giving you guys the updates. If you actively want to trade with me and the community, ijazcrypto.com/TG is where you're going to do it. Name me one other trader online who shares every single trade with you. I've done it for almost a year now. Every single trade methodically, see the trade, see the stop loss, see the entry, see exactly how I performed in the market, right? Yeah, I make YouTube videos, but I share my trades first and foremost. That gives me the permission to speak to you, having you guys known that I can trade this market and I do actively trade and invest this market. Go and see my trades. At the very least, look at them so you can see, you know, the guy I'm listening to, the videos I'm watching is actually worth it because he's actually delivering on his trades. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.